Greetings, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to be talking about where you, as a leader, are positioning yourself in this battle against COVID-19. Maishu arigatou gozaimasu, and welcome back to the Leadership Japan series. I'm your host in Tokyo, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guide, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, the best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, and my new book, Japan Business Mastery. We are broadcasting around the world from Minato-ku in the center of Tokyo. This is the leadership capital of Japan. Now, I am trying to come up with content that's relevant for this particular COVID-19 situation. If you have feedback or preferences on potential future topics, then please leave us your comments. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and share this podcast. Particularly share this podcast because the topics I'm dealing with are what we're all facing at the moment, and many people are struggling. No one has a roadmap here. No one has a bright idea that's going to solve everything. We're finding out as we go along. If you think these podcasts will help others to get ideas, then please let them know. Share it with them. I'm doing a podcast every day, so there's no shortage of content from which people can choose to find what's useful for them. Mondays, I do the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, I do the Presentations Japan series. Wednesdays, I do the Sales Japan series. Thursdays, this one, the Leadership Japan series. And Fridays, I do the Japan Business Mastery Show. Now, before we get going, today's handy Japanese phrase. These are all very short, informal phrases we would only use with friends. So if someone sent you something, a package comes, and you're wondering who it's from, you'd say, dareni, 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 dareni. You would never say this to a client. But to your friends, informal, family, you can say something simple like this, simple phrase, dareni. Who's this from? Dareni. Who said this to me? Dareni, 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 dareni. This is episode number 356. And today we're talking about leading from the COVID-19 war front line. In wartime, there are leaders back at HQ, poring over maps, receiving intelligence, creating strategies, and making decisions about where to position their troops. On the front line, there are the ground commanders, assessing the situation, then following or adjusting HQ orders based on what they see in front of them. At the sharp point of battle, leaders are with their troops as they all move into close mortal combat with the enemy. Where are you in this battle with COVID-19 and the business terrors it has unleashed? We're on lockdown. So for many of us, our troops have been dispersed to the winds. Contact is done remotely over video conferencing or phone hookups. The chain of command has become much more fraught than when we were all happily congregated in the office. In this situation, communication and coordination can become more challenging in the fog of war against the virus enemy. Delegation becomes a necessity, and with it the challenges that come with the communication protocols needed to make sure it is working properly. What are the communication protocols you currently have in place? We have a compulsory 9 a.m. huddle on WebEx every morning, everyone dressed in battle gear for doing business rather than their pajamas. WebEx is the platform we use to deliver live online training, so we want to live in that environment as much as possible so that we're all masters of our tool. That's why we meet in WebEx. We must turn on our cameras so that we can see each other. If someone's camera is broken, then we don't wait for COVID-19 to end. We get you an external camera right now because the cohort must stay in close visual contact with each other. The COVID-19 virus's ugly cousin is screaming isolation. People can begin to feel they are abandoned in this fight. We have to fight on that mental health front too. Leadership in many areas has been delegated. We take turns to lead the morning meeting with a roster established for each working day of the year. We are purposely pushing the accountability for leadership down the hierarchy. We want to involve everyone in the ownership of the mission to get through this crisis. We must make sure we stay close together and leave no one behind. Find out more when we come back from the break. Today's show is brought to you by our public online courses. And we do these also as custom in-house programs. We do them in Japanese, we do them in English. On May 1st, we will do Adapt to Change. These are all 2-hour programs, by the way. Adapt to Change, May 1st. May 15, Build Trust, Credibility and Respect. May 21st, Motivational Leadership. And May 27th, we will do Managing Conflict in the Workplace. These are all online programs we use live online, highly interactive. If you want boring, sleepy, slide deck with commentary, don't come to our programs because they are highly interactive, highly engaging, totally different animal to what you're seeing on webinars. So, May 1st, Adjust to Change. May 15, Build Trust, Credibility and Respect. May 21, Motivational Leadership. May 27, Managing Conflict in the Workplace. Our website details are enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. We have lots of really useful white papers there. You can email me, greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. If you like learning by watching video, we've got now over 960 videos on Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We're releasing 2 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's a premier business show in Japan, comes out every Monday. And Fridays we release the Japan Business Mastery Show. I have 2 books. I have Japan Sales Mastery, that's the Bible for selling in Japan. And I have Japan Business Mastery, and both are available on Amazon. Welcome back. We start each day's huddle with asking for good news. We are determined to stay positive because positivity is a strong antidote to stress. We always review our why, our vision, mission and values. COVID-19 makes this purpose focus even more important than before. We also review one principle each day from Dale Carnegie's 30 Human Relations Principles and 30 Stress Management Principles. Each person speaks during the huddle as they share their top 3 priorities for the day. We want everyone to hear and see all of the team members each day so that we can bind together as a team. We finish with an inspirational quote to lift our thinking as we start the day's toil. As a leader, I will also give an inspirational talk to wrap up the meeting. 5 days a week, you might be thinking, is a bit too taxing with coming up with an inspirational speech as the leader. Well, why can't you do it? You are the leader. And this is part of your role, to find the words, to lift the team, to gather the people to you. It is the only time in the day to have everyone together at the same time, so it is a critical chance which cannot be squandered. Churchill is remembered for sending the English language into battle during the Blitz in the Second World War. We have the same duty to find the words. Individual meetings will be held during the day with different people depending on the projects being worked on. The leader needs to get involved with some of these and roll up their sleeves. Making pronouncements from HQ doesn't have the same influence as getting into battle with your team and leading from the front. Yes, it is very time-consuming, frustrating and laborious. However, seeing their leader in the front lines gives the team belief and gathers trust, credibility and respect. We must show up for the team. Every day at 3 p.m, we can meet on WebEx to have a virtual coffee break and just chat. We want to connect people together so that feeling of being isolated can be reduced. Not everyone can make it every day, but the link to WebEx is there and the time is designated. I try to make as many coffee breaks as I can. Where are you? Are you tucked up nicely back at HQ with your officer corps, directing the battle from afar? Or are you down in the mud and the blood, leading your troops? Thank you for joining the Leadership Japan series. If you found the program useful, then tell your family, friends and colleagues. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe and share this podcast, particularly share this podcast. Let others know that there is information out there. Let them know that we've got a whole series this last 5-6 weeks just focused on this issue at the moment. Hopefully some others will find value, will find ideas, angles, shortcuts, insights from what I'm sharing. So let others know. A lot of people are suffering at the moment. Let's help them. You can contact me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Go to our website, injapan.dalecarnegie.com. A lot of great stuff there. So until the next episode, take what you thought valuable. Put it into action. Because ideas with application is pointless. We need to survive this crisis. We need to pull together to win. We need to make sure we'll do our part. Work the lockdown so that we can end it. New Zealand has almost completely eradicated the virus. Australia is on the way to eradicating the virus. Their lockdowns have been very strict. They're islands. Japan is a series of islands in an archipelago. Same thing. If we lock it down hard, we can beat this thing. And then we can all get back to business. Maybe it won't be exactly the same, but at least we can get back to business. And if we let this damn thing run on and on and on, with half measures, half-baked attempts to control it, we'll never get back to normality. This will be it forever. Neither in nor out. Neither up nor down. Neither cured nor non-cured. Ridiculous. We don't want that. Let's work on this together. Let's get rid of this virus. Let's save our businesses, save our teams, save ourselves, save our families, and move forward. We must move forward. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy, here to help you whether you're in Japan or anywhere we broadcast to around the world. We're trying to help you. So please, let us know how we can help you. Tell us what other things we can cover. Tell us things you want to know, and we will address those. Keep well, keep safe. Join me for next week's episode of the best podcast on leading in